our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts.
We are and always will be the United States of America.
You wake up, you work, you pay. But no matter how hard you try, the finish line moves. You're told success is just effort, that the American dream is yours to earn. But what they don't tell you out loud is this. The dream is free. The American dream will cost you your time, your health, your future. And if you're not born in the right place, into the right family, you're not just behind. You're not even in the race. Wealth inequality is more than just a gap. It's a massive chasm. While millions ration insulin or skip meals, a handful of individuals accumulate more than they could ever spend in 10 lifetimes. This isn't just about income. It's about ownership of land, property, capital, and time. Since 1978, CEO pay has skyrocketed over 1,200%, while the average worker wage has barely even budged. The Federal Reserve reports that the top 1% of Americans now control over 30% of a nation's wealth. The bottom 50%, just 2.5%. This divide isn't random, it's generational. According to a 2023 study by the Brookings Institution, a child born into a high-income family is 10 times more likely to stay wealthy than a child born poor is to rise up. Harvard economist Chetty research shows that the upward mobility is not just rare, it's geographically rigged. In some cities, your odds of escaping poverty are lower than winning the lottery. This divide isn't random, it's structural. It passes down like a family heirloom. And the biggest predictor of your financial future, it's not your GPA. It's your parents' tax bracket. Conflict theory, grounded in Marxist thought, sees society not as a balanced machine, but as a battlefield. The ruling class does not just benefit from that inequality. They engineer it. Through lobbying, tax loopholes, and legal influence, the wealthy shape policies that keep them on top. They privatize gains and socialize losses. Just look at the bailouts, deregulated markets, and union busting. This isn't a broken system. It's a well-oiled machine designed to consolidate wealth upwards, and it's working exactly as it's intended. In contrast, functionalist theory argues that inequality serves a purpose. It suggests a structured society needs hierarchies. Some lead, some follow. Inequality, they say, motivates innovation, rewards talent, and maintains order. But here's the flaw. This assumes a level playing field. It assumes equal access to education, opportunity, and capital. And when the assumption crumbles, so does the theory. Functionalism tells us inequality exists to reward skill and effort. But in this economy, a hedge fund manager can lose billions and still get a bonus, while a teacher can work 2 jobs, skipping meals, to make rent. Is this functional? Who is it functioning for? Conflict theory names the beneficiaries, the elite class that owns the means, the media, the message. They tell you that hard work matters, while kindly ensuring your labor builds their wealth. This is more than the theory. It's history repeating. Redlining, voter suppression, generational debt. These weren't bugs in the system. These were the system. So if we're going to choose which lens to better explain the data, functionalism shows what the system pretends to be. Conflict theory shows what the system is. Wealth inequality isn't inevitable. It's a policy choice. In nations like Norway or Finland, high taxes on wealthy fund free healthcare, universal college, paid parental leave. These aren't utopias, they're just fairer systems. America could follow suit easily, but the barrier isn't logistics, it's power. Lobbyists spent over $4 billion in 2023 alone to make sure retribution stays a dirty word. But macro level change doesn't start in a Senate hearing. It starts with pressure, with organizing, with naming the problem out loud. On a meso level, community organizers can redistribute opportunity even when money can't. Free food banks, free tutoring, tenant unions, these aren't charity, they're resistance. And on a micro level, even how we talk about wealth matters. Stop calling billionaires self-made. Stop questioning who's being left behind and why. Wealth inequality is an accident. It's the outcome of decades of policy, power, and protectionism. The data shows a system built to reward ownership, not effort. Conflict theory makes it clear this isn't about who works the hardest. It's about who controls the rules. Functional explanations fall short because they assume fairness is in the structure that was never fair to begin with. If you want change, it won't come from waiting from the system to correct itself. It'll take real shifts, policy, pressure, and participation at every level of society. Because the longer we pretend this is just how the things are, the harder it becomes to imagine how they could be different. Wealth inequality is not just an economic issue. It's a social one, a political one, a moral one, and it's never going to go away on its own.